this is Ellen from Healthaspire. Today I'm going to be making Tuscan chicken, bringing the flavours of the Mediterranean to your table. This is a really easy one-pot meal to make. We're going to make some garlic dough balls to go alongside, but it'd be perfect for you to have a gorgeous garden party with friends. We're going to be using some olive oil, typically Italian, some chunky white onions, some chicken, some grated garlic, and then sun-dried tomatoes. You're going to have lovely red colouring, some lemon zest just to give it a really fruity flavour, some spinach, which is obviously packed with iron and lots of nutrients, and then some white wine, of course, some double cream, chicken stock, and then to finish we're going to put Parmesan over the top. I'm going to be using some ground almonds instead of flour, some grated Parmesan, 2 beaten eggs, some dried parsley, some dried garlic granules, and some butter. So we're going to mix in the cheese, garlic, parsley, so all our dry ingredients, just combine those together. Ground almonds are known for their anti-inflammatory fats, so those good fats that I talk often about. We're going to use some egg to bind it and some butter. So this is a really quick version of dough balls to make because there's no yeast, so we haven't got to wait for them to rise at all. So we're just going to stir that all together. This is a great one to get kids involved with as well, because when you roll them up it can be quite messy, but anything that's messy kids tend to love. So bringing it all together, so we're trying to stick it together to make a quick dough. So you can see we've got a nice sticky dough here, and we're just going to make them into our dough balls. So around about a sort of small golf ball, I suppose, is what we're going to go for. And then these will go in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. If you like garlic, like I do, then you can put extra garlic on them when they come out of the oven. So you can just add some melted butter and grated fresh garlic and pour it over the top with maybe some additional parsley, and then you'll have even more garlic dough balls. So just roll them up. This dough can also be used to make a pizza base. So if you wanted to make a pizza base with it, you would put it onto some greaseproof paper and then flatten it with another piece of greaseproof paper and roll over it and just bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes and top it then as if you would a normal pizza. So I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 20 minutes on about 175 degrees. Now I'm going to make the Tuscan chicken whilst our garlic dough balls are in the oven. So we're going to use a little bit of olive oil. You don't need extra virgin olive oil, just use a light olive oil. And then we're going to put our onions in. So you want them quite chunky because this dish is kind of a one-pot wonder that you're going to put into the middle of the table, you know, and share this with friends. So you want the meal to have texture. So we've got our onions. Just sizzle them for a couple of minutes until they're sort of translucent, really. So we're going to add in the chicken. So we're cooking on quite a high heat here because we want to seal this chicken. And then while that's just heating through, I'm going to add some garlic. So garlic is a typical Italian flavour. I've got 3 cloves of garlic in here, so plenty of garlic. And garlic's known for its anti-bacterial properties, so it's a really good thing to add into a diet. You could use dried garlic, but I really love fresh garlic. It's much stronger flavour. Now we've sealed our chicken, we're just going to put in some corn flour. So the reason why I'm doing this at this stage is so that you don't have a lumpy sauce. So if you add corn flour to a warm dish, that's when it creates lumps. So you either add it at this stage and coat all of the chicken in the corn flour, so when we add the liquid you naturally thicken your sauce. Or if you wanted to thicken a sauce later, make sure that you mix the corn flour with cold water, just a little bit, and then pour it in, because you just don't want a lumpy sauce. So we've got the corn flour in there, and then I'm going to add in the lemon zest. This is going to give it a really nice summery flavour. So I'm going to add in the spinach. It'll seem like quite a lot of spinach, but it will wilt right down once you get the heat there to it. So you don't really need to stir it too much, just let the heat of the pan do the job. So I'm going to add in the chicken stock. So this is just 300 ml of water and chicken stock. Some double cream, so 300 ml of double cream. Our white wine, around 75 ml, but white wine, typical Italian flavours. I'm not sure there are any or many recipes from Italy without wine. I love using wine in cookery. And then we're just going to let this thicken up. So as the sauce heats up, the spinach will start to wilt and it's going to thicken up and start to work with the corn flour. Pepper and some salt to season, and then we're going to leave that just simmer for about 5 minutes whilst the sauce thickens up and the chicken cooks through. I've just got the dough balls out of the oven. As you can see, they're lovely and crispy and they smell really garlicky too. They're going to work really well alongside the Tuscan chicken. So I'm going to add in the sun-dried tomatoes. This just makes it look so colourful and pretty. And then I'm going to finish with some Parmesan over the top. So just finely grated, and it's going to sort of melt into the sauce to thicken it up a bit more. There's a bit of lemon zest in here as well, but that all adds to the flavour. So we'll just leave that now for another few minutes to simmer, and then we'll be ready to serve. So here we have my very summery Tuscan chicken with garlic dough balls, perfect for a table centerpiece, and just some rocket drizzled with the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes. Enjoy! So for more recipes like this, check out my cookbook, the Real Food Cookbook, and to find out more about Healthaspire, check out healthaspire.co.uk.